Welcome back to Clubmen 1645, and we've drove from Duncliffe along the A350 from Shaftesbury to Blandford, and we've parked the car in Child Oakford. And there's an old pathway here in Child Oakford. If you park opposite the nursery, you can walk up this old path here. It's really old because it's very sunken, and this path is alongside Hambledon Hill. And if I come up this way, you can also park in Shroton. It's a bit more of a climb up Hambledon Hill from that way. But as you know, on August 4th, 1645, the Clubmen did battle here with Cromwell's dragoons. And as you come out of this pathway here, we'll park the car in Child Oakford, opposite the nursery. There you go, that is Hambledon Hill. And that is the entrance there, which pretty much people think that's where Cromwell tried to enter with his dragoons back on August the 4th, 1645, because it's quite narrow. And there's a record of it, he couldn't get a 3-horse abreast through that entrance, and he sent Gladman, I think Gladman was the first guy to try to get through that entrance, was shot upon, then came back, and there was then they had a messenger, Mr. Lee, which was going backwards and forwards with the Clubmen. But there it is, Hambledon Hill, on August the 4th, 2020, 375th anniversary of the Battle of Hambledon Hill. So we shall walk up to that narrow entrance there later on. I'll do a bit of filming, and we've brought the flag with us today. There it is. So we shall fly the flag from the top on the 375th anniversary of the Battle of Hambledon Hill. And I don't think we'll film up there because it's so windy. But if you walk down that field there, by the side of those trees, there's a bench, and you can sit on it. And there's a good view of that hill. So if you bring your sandwiches, that is the place to sit. But there you go, Hambledon Hill. And this as the pathway, as I mentioned. If you park in Child Oakford, you can walk up this old pathway along the A350 from Shaftesbury to Blandford, and this goes all the way down there. Or you can carry on and park at Shroton, and park your car opposite Shroton Church. And I should do some filming from Shroton Church, because that's where they were captured. The prisoners captured on Hambledon Hill were kept overnight. Okay, as I mentioned, we parked at Child Oakford, and we walked up the narrow entrance, and we're in the narrow entrance to Hambledon Hill. But I want to stop here and show the sights, because that is Duncliffe, which Cromwell was at earlier on in the day and met Mr. Newman. Over there is Shaftesbury, where the Fleetwood surrounded the Clubmen on August 3rd. And over there is Clubmen Down, and on the other side of Clubmen Down is Compton Abbas, where Thomas Brevel was the vicar, the rector there, who was on Hambledon Hill on August the 4th, 1645. And if I walk down here, this is the narrow entrance that Cromwell tried to get his dragoons through on August the 4th, 1645. So Hambledon Hill, and we come around here. There you go, this is the narrow entrance, and it's up the top here. But this is where Cromwell sent Mr. Gladman to make the first entry onto Hambledon Hill, and he was shot at. But I'll talk a bit more from the top if it's not too windy, otherwise I shall return to the bottom. Here you go, this is the narrow entrance here, and that's your views from the narrow entrance. But this is the narrow entrance, and I want to get to it pretty quick, because it's quite windy up here, but the wind's dropped just for this short period of time. There's Sheila Wiggins there from Retro Ain't. Woo! So that is the narrow entrance just there, where Gladman tried to get through originally after orders from Cromwell. Right, welcome back to Clubmen 1645, and we're ending the day on this 375th anniversary at Shroton Church, St. Mary's, Shroton Church in Shroton, because this is where the prisoners were kept that were captured on Hambledon Hill that day with Cromwell's dragoons, and the Clubmen captured were held in this church in Shroton overnight. And they were here all overnight on August the 4th, 1645, and taken to Sherborne as prisoners. If we wander over here, there is Stuart MacArthur's map of the Dorset Clubmen. And if you move over here, there's Stuart MacArthur's painting there. And in the middle of that painting are the Clubmen. And that guy there, that is Robert Frampton. And Robert Frampton was held in this church on that night of August the 4th, 1645. And there's a biography of Robert Frampton where he mentions Hambledon Hill being captured, and his sister looking for her 4 brothers. I think it was 4 brothers, and Robert Frampton was one of them, on Hambledon Hill at night by lantern because she thought they were dead. I think she was out there looking for her brothers for her father's request. And that's the pulpit there. And from that pulpit, there's some say Cromwell spoke to the clubmen on August the 4th, 1645, August the 5th, next day, before he took to Sherborne as prisoners. But yeah, just want to sum up the day at Shotton Church and finish it here on the 375th anniversary of the Clubmen battle on Hambledon Hill.